Hey, I'm Lauren, and I've been skiing since I could walk. In that time, I've made pretty much every mistake you can when it comes to dressing appropriately for the weather. But finally, after 20 years, I've learned how to dress for the resorts. So I figured I would save you a couple decades and share what I've learned with you so you can make the most of your days at the resorts. If I could sum up resort skiing in one word, it would be layers. Onions have layers, ogres have layers, and you need layers. The basic layering system to remember has three parts: the base layer, the mid layer, and the outerwear. Base layers are key for staying comfortable as they pull moisture away from your skin and trap heat close to your body. Base layers include a top, bottoms, and your socks, and they should all be thin and fitted. You want a moisture wicking material to prevent sweat from getting trapped next to your skin where it will begin to freeze. And trust me, getting warm with a damp, cold material next to your skin is impossible. Wool is a great option because it stays warm even when it gets wet, and wool dries faster than other materials. Synthetic materials like polyester or nylon have been engineered to wick moisture away, but they don't maintain the same warming properties that wool does when they get wet. But the main material to avoid is cotton. Cotton traps moisture close to your skin and will become heavier and colder throughout the day. This is especially true for socks. And speaking of socks, if you're packing for a weekend trip, make sure you bring more than one pair so you always have a backup that isn't damp from the day before. But never wear 2 pairs of socks at once. Layering multiple pairs of socks will cut off your circulation and your feet will never get warm. Next up is your mid layer. The mid layer is the insulating piece that will actually keep you warm. This is where you can mix and match layers based on your body temperature or the weather forecast for that day. Mid layers can be made of fleece, down, synthetic materials, or a natural material like wool. Typically, you don't need to wear one over your bottom base layer since your legs are working hard and tend to stay warm on their own. And finally, there's the outer layer. Outerwear's role is to stop the snow and water from ever reaching the other layers. Outerwear is split between shells and insulated pieces, but either way, your jacket and pants need to be waterproof, windproof, and durable. A shell is a great option because it allows the most customization in terms of layering. So for someone hiking in bounds, skiing aggressively in the resorts, or someone who just runs hot, a shell is a great way to protect yourself from the wind and water without overheating. For a lot of resort skiers though, insulated outerwear is ideal because it keeps you warm even when you're sitting on the chairlift. If you tend to run cold, or if you're skiing in areas like the East Coast where the temperatures can be bone chilling, I definitely recommend insulated outerwear. And finally, don't forget a neck warmer or a balaclava to prevent frostbite, and high quality waterproof gloves or mittens to round out your kit. These are just some of the basics to keep in mind, but as always, feel free to give us a call at Powder7 if you have any other questions.